Taming a tiger, only 1 in every 10,000 people can truly master this skill. It's not about having a pet cat that looks like a tiger. It's about staring down an apex predator that could kill you in seconds. Taming an adult wild tiger requires psychological domination over an animal that has no natural fear of humans. The real danger is that tigers see you as a walking meal. You need to feed one over 15 pounds of meat every single day, and if you slip up even once, the instinct takes over. This is where it gets worse. Unlike dogs, tigers don't understand the concept of punishment. They associate pain with you, not their own behavior. So the moment you show weakness, you become the prey. Most people who try this end up as a statistic in a very short, gruesome story. Painting with mouth. Imagine losing the use of your hands and still having to create art. That's exactly what this skill demands. It's not just drawing with a crayon between your teeth. Painting with your mouth requires mastering the minute muscle control in your jaw, tongue, and neck to create precise brush strokes. The average artist uses their fingers with incredible finesse. Try replacing that with your mouth. You have to control the angle, the pressure, and the flow of paint, all while keeping your head perfectly still. The fascinating part is that some artists with disabilities don't just survive this skill. They thrive creating masterpieces that rival any hand-drawn art. But here's the problem: your saliva is acidic. It ruins brushes and canvas over time. These artists have to switch out materials constantly, turning a simple act of creation into a costly battle against biology. Latin, a dead language you can't actually die without. Only 6 out of every 1,000 people speak Latin fluently today. It's not the language that died, it's the people who spoke it casually. The real problem is that Latin is the backbone of modern law, medicine, and science. The average person thinks Shakespeare is Old English, but Latin is 1,000 years older. Latin uses a complex grammatical structure called cases, which means the ending of a word changes based on how it's used in a sentence. English speakers have no equivalent, so your brain completely rejects it. This is why students fail. It's not vocabulary, it's logic. You have to completely rewire how you construct a sentence in real time. And here's what makes it worse. Textbooks teach Latin like it's a puzzle, but no one teaches you how to think in it. Without that, you're just memorizing symbols that mean nothing. Writing with both hands. Most people believe they have a dominant hand for a reason. That reason is brain lateralization. Your brain actually has 2 separate hemispheres. Your left brain controls your right hand, and your right brain controls your left hand. Writing with both hands simultaneously requires these 2 sides to work together in perfect harmony, which is neurologically illegal for most humans. The average person uses only 10% of their potential coordination. The real danger is that your brain tries to mix signals. You start writing with your left hand, and your right hand acts like a confused passenger. The problem gets worse. You have to train both hands to move in mirror images or different shapes entirely. It's like patting your head while rubbing your stomach, but 100 times harder. If you try this, you will feel like a baby learning to hold a pencil all over again. Drifting a car. Every movie makes drifting look like a casual Sunday drive, but keeping a car sideways through a corner while maintaining perfect control is a physics nightmare. The key is managing momentum and friction simultaneously. You have to intentionally oversteer, meaning you turn the wheel more than the car would normally want. Then you use the throttle to throw the weight of the car into the turn. But here's the problem: if you floor the gas, you spin out. If you lift off, you snap back and crash. Driving technique called heel-and-toe shifting is the secret. You use one foot to brake and rev the engine at the same time. Yes, one foot doing 2 jobs at once. Most professional drifters spend years destroying tires and engines just to learn the feel. This is where it gets worse. A single mistake means spinning uncontrollably into a wall, not just a damaged ego. Tearing a phone book in 2. The average person thinks tearing a phone book in half requires superhuman strength. That's a lie. It's entirely about technique, not muscle. The trick is called the hinge method. You use the spine of the phone book as a fulcrum. You start by separating a small section of pages. Then you use a twisting motion to break the binding, not the paper itself. The real danger is trying to do it wrong. If you pull straight up with raw force, you will hurt your back and tear just a few pages. The physics behind this is addictive. A phone book has thousands of pages. When you pull the pages, the friction between them multiplies your force into a massive mechanical advantage. But here's the problem: try it with a thick novel and it's impossible. The paper quality and binding change the physics entirely. This is why phone books specifically work. They are designed to be torn, essentially. Human flagpole. Holding your entire body weight horizontally in the air requires strength that defies typical athletic logic. The human flagpole is one of the most visually impressive static holds in calisthenics. Your bottom arm has to pull while your top arm pushes. This creates a diagonal tension that fights gravity from 2 directions simultaneously. To hold a human flagpole, you need back, shoulder, and core muscles that literally don't exist in most athletes. This is where it gets worse. You also need grip strength that can hold your entire weight on a vertical pole that's only a few inches thick. The instability is the real killer. A slight wobble means you drop instantly. The moment your core muscles fatigue, your whole body bends like wet spaghetti. And unlike a pull-up bar, there is no safety net. The ground is waiting. Backflip. Your brain has a built-in safety switch called the vestibular system. This system coordinates your balance and spatial orientation. The moment you rotate backward while airborne, your brain screams a panic alert. It assumes you are falling backward to your death. To land a backflip, you have to completely ignore this safety switch. The real danger is that your eyes are useless during the rotation. You are blind for a split second, trusting pure muscle memory to find the ground. One slight miscalculation in your jump height or rotation speed means landing on your head or neck. This is why gymnasts spend months training on soft mats before ever trying a real one. But here's the problem. Even experienced gymnasts get it wrong. An under-rotation shatters your ankles. An over-rotation slams your face into the floor. The world record for most consecutive backflips is 34. That's not a testament to skill. That's a testament to a brain completely ignoring its own survival instincts. Solving a Rubik's Cube. Most people see a jumble of colors and think it's a test of intelligence. It's not. It's a test of algorithmic memory and pattern recognition. There are 43 quintillion possible configurations for a standard 3x3 cube, yet anyone can solve it with the right method. The problem is the mental hurdle of looking at a scrambled cube and not knowing where to start. The first step is creating a cross on one face. The second step involves orienting the corners. This is where most people quit. They try random moves, hoping to magically fix the cube. But the cube is an algebra problem, not a puzzle. Every move you make affects multiple pieces. The skill involves planning 10 moves ahead while only seeing the current state. This is where it gets worse. The hardest part is finger tricks. You have to rotate layers with millimeter precision without looking. The world record is under 4 seconds. That's faster than your brain can register what just happened. Computer hacking. Movies show guys in hoodies typing at light speed to break into the Pentagon. Real hacking is almost never about brute force code cracking. It's about the weakest link in any system, the human. Most high-profile hacks are actually social engineering. A hacker calls a company's help desk, pretends to be an employee who forgot their password, and asks for a reset. That's it. The other major method is phishing, where a fake email tricks someone into clicking a dangerous link. The real danger is that your bank account doesn't need a genius with a keyboard. It just needs one careless click. The technical side of hacking is actually harder than people think. Modern encryption uses prime numbers so large that even supercomputers would take millions of years to break them. But hackers don't break encryption. They bypass it. They exploit the error messages, the backup systems, and the lazy passwords people use. This is why smart people get hacked. Trust technology more than they trust human error. The most powerful hacker tool is a phone call, not a computer.